Heyo, Cool Skeleton 111 here. How y'all doing? Alright. Today we're getting back into Ace Attorney for the millionth time in a row. Yeah. Of course, obviously after we finish this part of the trilogy, we're gonna be taking a break and doing something else. But, yeah. So far, nothing new. But anyway, are you all ready to get into it? Here we go! This one. And I forget what we were doing. Let's see, we already got everything from here. Also, please be aware there will be some awkward voice acting. Nope, nothing here. Alright, moving on over to here? Oh yeah, I think we were in the middle of interrogating Lotta? Okay, let me go back. And if we get too stuck, I am allowing myself to use a walkthrough. Alright, well, let me see. What else? I think we saw this before. Yeah. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go try this. I took a peek at the walkthrough. Okay, so hold on, what do we have so far? Okay, so we got that. So we already did the Lotta thing. Following whatever this says. I'm a brainless nobody. So we already got all those. Well, it says to go here next. Oh, Okay, finally got somewhere. Alright, putting away the walkthrough. March 21st, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah! Oh! He's back!
Hey, so you came, pal! Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal. There are two big pieces. And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. Ungard. Yep. I found it. Hid the folds of Nickel Samurai's special pants. And the second one is? The knife in his chest, pal. Fingerprints on the knife in his chest are, to be exact.
Fingerprints? Whose are they?
You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're bad Ungard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldberg. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10. There's no turning it down. Trust me. Make that 11. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it, pal. She saw Mr. Ungard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. Maybe we can present some stuff to Gumshoe. Gossip. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corda? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed the sewer slide. Yes. This chapter is, something. Not meant for everybody. Her name was Celeste Inpax. She was one quarter's manager. The victim's manager? That's not all, pal. Miss Inpax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knows about the business from square one.
Her mentor?
A woman who was both Mr. Corda's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have anything to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yes, please. She was the victim's manager and also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Yes, you said that before.
It's been 2 years since her super flight. And now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just coincidence.
I'm getting sick of teasing. With one foolish idiot after another.
Miss Van Garber!
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst.
You don't? You don't mean?
I do. Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye.
Wait! Please, sir! If I don't get this month's pails...
Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you...
I would have what? Is that what you want to say?
That voice! Edgeworth! He's alive! Yeah!
It's been a long time, Wright.
This person! This is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisco.
How you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You soiled your proper name! Dragged it through the mud! You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the insolent dog you are!
Are you talking about Zavon Karma? The family breed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Francisco. How are things going? I fear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself! I haven't given in yet! I won't lose! This case is mine! I'll never hand it over to you! Never! Mr. Phoenix Wright! I will see you tomorrow. In court. It will be a clinical session on the meaning of total victory.
Still the same wild mare she always was.
I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died!
Mr. Nick?
I never wanted to see you again!
I think that's enough of a warm welcome from someone you haven't seen in a year.
Are you going to run tomorrow's trial?
You heard her right. That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy. Not to mention one-sided. I will say one thing. You cannot win on your own at the trial tomorrow.
What is that supposed to mean?
I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth.
The truth?
In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information.
Just say what's going on inside his head? Or just what is going on?
A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma.
1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason he suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish! You'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I see. Then let me ask you something. Why did you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason?
Well, Franziska, she almost always says...
You defeat you this time! The instant
She sees... what? But... courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives.
To save your client, you say?
Those who think only for their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth.
It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn.
A lot I have yet to learn? Me?
Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough.
Hooray! Alright, well, I guess we should get back to the office. Wait. He did say that he could give us some more information. I don't know if he knows anything about the kidnapper, but it's worth a shot. Nope. Never mind. We could do the gossip? Nope. Okay, Adrian Andrews? Okay, here we go.
Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself.
A secret?
You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her.
How about Celeste Impacts?
This woman is another key to solving this case.
Do you really think so?
She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show, and became Juan Cordo's manager. And then, a few moments later, Celeste Impacts died.
But... her death was ruled as a suicide, right?
Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve.
A riddle?
Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it.
A suicide note? That just vanished? Huh. Gifted prosecutor. He disappeared suddenly a year ago.
We are looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players with unlimited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating that.
Are you gonna tell me what happened within that year? Like... Oh, I guess we're off the roster now, so... Okay, yeah. So I guess there's nothing except this.
Miss Impactor's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there was no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it.
A suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note?
There's no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on a right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high.
But who would hide such a thing?
The police think it was one quarter himself.
The victim?
He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note.
Mr. Corda hid his own manager's suicide note? But why?
As long as a note is missing, any speculations beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1 anyway.
Part 1? Suicide report added to the court record. Alright, let's take a look at it then. Maybe we can go ask Miss Andrews about it. I believe she's still in a room here. Nope, I guess she's gone. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel. Ungard's hotel room.
Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here.
That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
And she's that cyclock. Has that cyclock on her heart, right?
Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. Nothing in here. Looks like we can still do something here. Let's see if Powers knows. Nope. Okay, so doesn't know Celeste.
Hey, that's Miss Andrews. Gee, that's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little.
Okay, I think we've already been through this. Rumor. Yeah, we already did that. here. I guess we'll go back to the office. Nope. Does Pearl have to say anything? Nope. Detention center? Maybe he might be willing to speak about the manager?
That's my manager. Did you meet her?
I'm trying to do the cool dude voice.
What do you think? Strong woman, right? She takes good care of me.
You're such a mama's boy. I don't think he's gonna know anything about... Wait, what?
What's
How much do you know?
What do you mean, how much?
Mr. Lawyer? Or maybe a client. But I hope you'll keep yourself out of my personal life.
No, I would never.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep.
You're in detention! Who in the world are you going to eat with? A security guard?
Mr. Nick?
This is Celeste Impact's lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. Oh, I guess he's just gone now. Is... Andrew's back now? Nope. There's nothing. I guess we just gotta keep wandering around until we find something. Alright, get me out of here. And he's still here. Yay! What am I doing? Alright, I'm feeling a little stuck, so I'm just gonna... Oh, do I really just have to... I just... present it back to him? Hello, one! Welcome in! How you doing? Alright, let's see. Alright, congrats on getting first, and I shall take a big sip of H2O. Gulp. Alright. Thank you very much. And I will present this.
I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two.
2 parts? Why didn't you just give me both of them at the same time?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part.
Why didn't you just give it to me? The second part of the report is about An attempted suicide. The attempter's name. It's Adrian Andrews!
Miss Andrews? What did she do?
She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and do that, though.
You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside.
Miss Andrews? Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature?
Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live.
Lost her will? Why would she...
Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why.
Why would that...
Is this what they call huddling someone to the grave?
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. There's someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live.
And that's the nature of her dependency on others?
When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself.
Then... that means her super confident attitude.
It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together.
How terrible. Attempted suicide report added to the court record. Alright, we got both of the thingies. Maybe Miss Andrews has returned now? Please? March 21st, Gatewater Hotel. Unguard's hotel room.
Oh! Miss Andrews is here! And it looks like she's talking with someone!
That's Franziska von Karma!
Miss Von Karma?
What are you doing here?
Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You got some nerve following me about.
Following you?
It's you, Miss Von Karma! You know what doing doing the farming?
Pearls!
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Stuffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl.
What's that?
Electromagnetic receiver. I planted the tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move.
So that noise we heard was his receiver. I feel real sorry for the poor Detective Gumshoe now.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood. All right.
What are those two talking about?
Andrews. She looks a little dazed, doesn't she?
I'm gonna sleep real quick, since it's been a while. Alright, I think we can do the thingy now. So I'm gonna go and present the Magabana. Take that! Look at all those locks. Motive for murder. Why was one poor to murder? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corda.
You were not that close?
That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. Take that! Okay, so I think we got that wrong. Dang it. Okay, it's something to do with missing bags. Okay, this. Nope. Okay. I'm guessing it's the gossip then? Yeah. Take that! Wah. You and Mr. Corda had an intimate relationship, did you not?
Silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story.
As to be expected, in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Note to self.
Stay on our good side.
In any case, I despise interpol relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corda? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Corda for this person's sake? So now it's the person. Take that! Celeste Impax, your mentor.
What do you know about Celeste?
Miss Impax, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was one Corda's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corda, so you could find out more about her suicide.
You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckracker for a reputed third-rate tabloid.
Miss Andrews?
There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you're completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Take that! Okay, I don't... Okay, come on. What do I do? The report? Take that! Okay, there we go. Miss Impex's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corda.
Juan?
And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corda.
I sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others.
That's the impression you'd like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impax was someone very special to you. Take that! We finally got it. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it, too. Didn't you?
Went through with what?
Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together.
You don't ask for anyone's help, relying on only yourself.
Yes. I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that is all just a lie. A facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop! When Celeste passed away, so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. One that said the police suspected Mr. Cord of hiding Miss Impax's note. You heard about it, and thought to recover it from him by getting close to him. Am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we just start this conversation on again?
It was... Why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Cord dead.
Me?
Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she was killed, or killed herself. Even commit murder.
Murder?
Boom, we got her. Oh, that did not do a full restore.
Alright, I shall be right back.
And I return! Let us continue.
It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small. And I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
Miss Andrews!
But this is one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. And mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm worth a secret. human being right now. Don't you?
Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth.
After Celestine passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was one corner. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Corda to recover a suicide note, correct?
Looks like that tablet reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. All toasters toast, toast.
And if they purposely added fuel to that fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me. That's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand.
Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret.
Miss Andrews?
If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
Alright. I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews. I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first.
Thank you for your discretion.
Mr. Nick? Can I ask you something?
What is it?
She was been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? It looks like a seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
You're not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands.
Okay. So what do we got? Nothing. I guess we'll just wander around a bit. Oh, pearls? March 21st, Gatewater Hotel. Hallway. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Missing Maya? Is he alright?
No, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all. And has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh no! I'm okay. Really? I'm fine. I really am.
You don't look fine to me. Well, I guess we'll have to go back to the office now. March 21st, Wright & Co. offices. Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
Is he gets a suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one who discovered the victim's body. Clever. Hmm?
Mr. Nick!
Hello? Wright & Co. offices.
Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone.
Maya! Where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait! Maya! Let me hear her!
Very well.
Ask Wright!
Maya! Is that you?
Sis! Ask my sis!
Hmm? Maya! Maya! Dang it! He cut me off!
Mystic Maya upset. Ask my sis. And she...
Sis? What does she mean by... Come on, Phoenix. Yes, you're a hopeless one. Sorry. What the heck happened to Pearly? Mia! I have a message from Maya. So come. Ask me anything you want to hear. How's Maya? She's safe. For now. That kidnapper's one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper! What's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Date, time, location, all unknown.
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised me he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Smith! I wonder if you're with Nick right now.
Hello?
What? It's locked! Oh. This door's lock seems pretty easy to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click! They magically open the door! I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use.
What's this?
Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card. But there's no name on it. Oh. It's a picture of a seashell. I think. What a strange card. Ah! What's that? The shell card! If I use this, maybe I could get the door open. This might be my way out of here. I had a feeling this card may be useful. I'm such a genius. All right. Now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm going to get the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting. Alright.
To be continued.
Wow. Yes, we are going to save. And let us continue. March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3.
Adrian did it?
That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that.
In court today, there'll be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
A mountain of evidence?
I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
Well, it's almost time.
Oh, I don't know, it was question marks. Mia! Oh, he must get a complete acquittal today.
I know.
I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him! This is Wright!
Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Maya! She's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lloyd, dude! Who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard everything. Dude, did your noses get longer? March 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Where's the prosecutor?
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Undine. Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor. What? There's no one there.
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Carver?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Your Honor, please be quiet, Beneath. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Shot? Well, that's a twist. Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma's one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. She would disappear. It would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma! Is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Hey! Yeah!
I thought he'd show up.
Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally.
Can you, like, go over to the prosecution side? Why are you...
Miss Fontana was shot on her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery.
Ooh, I see it runs in the family.
Luckily, I have looked into this case over. And I am familiar with the details. Prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Unger. The court acknowledges the prosecution? Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe! No, the poor gummy baby.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah.
It would have to be
With Edgeworth as my opponent.
the answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you found. You finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of this case.
This murder happened after the hero's award ceremony, sir. Victim 1 was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the case of death, cause, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about this empty car case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant were alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
These two, at the beginning, seem like they're most trustworthy. I think I'll just press on everything after that.
Hold
should have saved. Oopsies. The cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Cora was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at that crime photo. Now, the real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana. His bandana, sir. Has the thing wrapped around tightly around his neck, sir. Yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Oh, brother. Then what about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Here, we have a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Autopsy report out of the court record. And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. The Cabinet Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. And how about this theory? The friend really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh?
I see. So much my theory then.
Guitar case updated in the court record.
However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
Okay, I forgot. We already read that. Yeah, we gotta go back. Okay, press. I'm getting too into the reading. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
Guitar wasn't at the Edgeworth Hotel that night. Well, then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, one coroner, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So that guitar case was empty. Even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt Ungard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir.
Why arrest Ungard?
Matt Ungard and one coroner were huge rivals with each other. They each thought The other guy was in his way. That's about it enough for my book. As for evidence, there's the Jam and Ninja's button. It's ripped off the ninja costume. It was found in Mr. Unguard's Hackabah. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
Now hold on a minute. You're saying that he bought the knife?
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clear, sir.
The knife out of the court record.
And here's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes. Where was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
What? Jam and Ninja's button out of the court record.
All of this points clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright?
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to save. Since we've made some progress. Good progress. And now I'm gonna take a look at that. Okay, no. So, the defendant bought the knife. So, earlier, a few streams back, or one stream, I don't know, we found the table with the 2 plates. And, one of the plates didn't have a knife on it. Which seemed kinda suspicious. No, not that. So if he bought it, why does it have the Gatewater title in it?
Objection!
Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of your argument that this was premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand?
That's right, pal. The defendant
Did not buy this knife. Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
It is Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater. I think I've heard that name somewhere before.
That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel.
Uh-oh.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel. Which means this murder was not premeditated.
Yes,
That is very true. This is a very big knife. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
Roger, no. No! No!
The question is, where does this knife come from?
Right, it's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Carter's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There's a knife and fork on the table. Where in the world did this knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard. Especially what was on top of his table.
Yeah, there's no knife here.
Hello, Kintron. Welcome in. Yeah, there's a lot of, red, viscous liquids all over the place.
There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints. And while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Matt Ungard's knife was missing.
Good.
Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
What?
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth! Absolutely brilliant! And barely clear deduction!
It seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps. And I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown. He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well... Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like, how are we gonna cut a steak with the butter knife? But to be fair, I guess it's old school graphics and whatever. HD version. Alright, anyway.
The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here...
That gavel of his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court?
I'm gonna save here since it's letting us.
We're probably gonna have to. There's one, which I don't exactly know what it is. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. The defendant? I think they were eating steaks. All of them. I mean, they had bones on the plates, so...
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one.
There seems to be a lot of singular chances.
What the judges say, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
I messed this up. It's curtains for all of us.
You may now present one, and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence you must show to the court?
Well, hold on a minute. Did we not take a look at the glass? We may lose here. No, not hamburger steak. Just regular steak. Although it doesn't really specifically say, I'm going to assume it's steak because it's a reference to the second part of the first game, the Steel Samurai thing with defending Will Powers, spiky-haired orange dude. Not Larry Butts. So, that's actually tomato juice. Instead of your alcoholic beverages. Kid-friendly! You literally have a lady smoking in the Steel Samurai trial thing, and yet, like, they don't want to show or describe any alcoholic beverages. Well, I guess it's to say that they were sober when doing all of this or something, to make it less complicated. I don't know. Let's get back to this. So I don't think... Well, I'm gonna try this. We may lose and have to start over, but... Oh. I think we got it.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime. Look at this graph of the crime scene one more time. Oh, I guess we did it. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that was sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. Dun, dun, dun. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. He's just breathing. Well, what do you all have to say?
Well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion?
You don't need my opinion, because there's no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright?
Could Miss Andrews really have set the glass down without thinking? I'd say it is possible, but like... we need a case here! I need a little help, please! Which one should we choose? Was it possible? Or is there really no way? Yeah, it probably would have been our fingerprints. So... I'm gonna say it is possible. It's possible that is what happened. There's nothing that points to Miss Andrews not being the one who set down the cup. Even if I raise an objection here, that would only make the judge slam his gavel down. You can't think like that, Phoenix. Mia. Right now, you're hanging on by a very thin thread. Anything else you can grab onto right now is better than nothing. So in other words, push as far as we can go. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. You would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
Hey, you turned the situation on its head yet again. As usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
What?
You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then...
Of course it had been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
There were only one set of fingerprints left on the wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews.
What? Wine glass updated the court record.
That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. And we done. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Yeah. I can't believe I fell into another trap!
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corder. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Now, do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor.
Well, I'm not really sure that's too important right now. We need to know why she went in there? I think that's more important. And also, did she really notice that? Yeah, time of events and stuff, I guess. Well, we'll just have to see.
And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has invited enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? What?
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Eddie boy! It's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? It was that wicked witch of the witness stand!
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime.
This witness! What? That terrible crime is all this goodness? Excuse me.
I'm talking to my chair Etchy right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
Yes, madam. No! Please, by all means, interrupt her. Please!
Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say. The youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy.
Is Isn't she married? Isn't that what that means? Or is she widowed? What?
Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job, being able to see my theory one. It was almost too much for a little hard to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's killed in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man. One corner.
Those two were the same age?
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Eddie Pooh.
What you witnessed?
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was unguard, not unguard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
Hey! So Mr. Ungard came out of the victim's room.
See, it had to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh boy. I'm gonna save before we start digging into it. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. I don't think we'd need to know what she wanted to know. Okay, it was unguard. How did you know it was unguard? You saw my client. Are you sure about that?
Yes, thanks.
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get the sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Person's clothes? Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome young man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does?
Now, what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing? Alright. Well, if you need to get going, that's alright. Hope you enjoyed your time here for now. Alright. Another with the bones already. Ah, moistened. Alrighty.
That Cuddy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Ha! Men.
Right.
So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just important or relevant in any way?
I'm going to say it was important, maybe? Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Objection!
And
Then perhaps you would like to point out what part was important.
don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony.
I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must...
Let me see, what information do we have? Oath ceremony... Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket?
What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it.
She is so sure to herself that it's the point of self-absorption. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. And that's bad for us. Really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has a tendency to jump off topic. She strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? That's what makes her sweet old lady, right? That's because you're not the one who has to question her. Alright, so it's probably something with that. But since the Nickel Samurai, which is this guy, since he was supposed to do an after-stage show, I'm gonna save it here. And we're just gonna try a few things. Go! Music's still going, so it's probably wrong.
Objection!
That's also probably wrong. Yeah. I think we have to prove somehow that he was still wearing his outfit, or... Wait. Didn't... So Miss Andrews' fingerprints were on a glass in the room, but... It's not those. Okay, so how about this? If he was going to the room to murder, Wouldn't she have noticed that he was carrying a knife?
Objection!
And that's obviously not it either. Okay, walkthrough time. Making sure we're on the right track. Okay, it was this instead, I guess.
Objection!
Oh, okay. So he was wearing his costume, which had the Hakama pants or whatever. Which would then mean the button would have got caught in it if he was in there. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Miss Oldback.
What? Don't say my name for no reason!
Do you know what this is?
Ah! It's button number 2 on the German ninja's costume!
Now I know she's a Cestria. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this!
I don't think assault is allowed in the courtroom. Wow, she really is a die-hard fan of what a button-covered... covered... This button was discovered on Mr. Ungard's body during the full-body search.
See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of doubt it was that rascal Ungard.
It was caught up in the pleats of the Nickel Samurai Hakama pants.
See? See? And Ungard is the Nickel Samurai!
Witness. Now it may just be me. And I don't have an active imagination. And I do have an active imagination. Just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Ungard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. I won't understand what I'm
Hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw is in actuality was not Mr. Ungard the man, but Mr. Ungard the Nickel Samurai.
But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Holdback, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Hetty Pooh, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change.
Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Well, alright, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you! Let's see. How close are we to finishing this section? Alright. So, after I read this, I think we'll go ahead and stop for now. Who I saw.
Ungard, yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to the post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you
you know. So he must have worn that little samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy, thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Hi, young'uns today. I told you there is no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I say is the truth.
At least she's just as delightful as a witness as she was a year ago.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, and we shall save here and get back to it next time. Alright, let's head on over to the crypt. Well, things are getting interesting. And a bit confusing. Alright. Well, let us see who there is to raid. It looks like we have Retro Set Joe playing some Sonic Adventure, and Spoony Hudson playing more Metaphor. Alright, so I will set up a poll. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, got that, and it'll go on for 1 minute. Cast your votes now. Who are we rating? Alright, it looks like we're rating Spoony. Let me go ahead and set that up. Alright, starting raid. And with that being said, thank you guys, and I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye!